Hello, everybody. Welcome back to BND Live, the Dungeons and Dragons live stream, where a group of high school friends attempt to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Stephen as Finric the monk, Lily as that's not your real name, Erin as Lily the fighter, Tim as Twizzard the wizard, and Chris as Paelias the cleric. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and this is BND Live. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We had a little bit of a hiatus there, but let's do a little recap, shall we? Let's see. Last time we were together, it was DePaul around 4:30 p.m. The woman who had left the castle turned out to be Anna Wensdale, the High Steward, and she was visiting a local blacksmith, demanding to know where her armor is. A shortage of raw ore because of a trade embargo with North Gorson is causing issues, apparently. Hilda and Alaric of Odovarkar. Wait, no. Sorry. Hilda and Alaric Odovarkar have been gone missing, and Hildegard is there instead. That's the sort of reconnaissance that Lily found out. Festival going on in the city nonetheless. Lily and Finistel partake of a meal at Tinnewin Meadows, the fancy inn. Very fancy, but very good, staking the place out. Meanwhile, Team Recon infiltrates by flying a lizard with a pseudo-dragon to the wall and proceeds to investigate the rooms. You found some irritated men, some patrolling Queen's guards. After mapping out 5 rooms on the western back half of the castle, you bamf out when the heat gets a little too hot, and you meet up with the ladies around 6 p.m. And somewhere in there, Sally Copperhead, as Lily is known, extends her services to the blacksmith if she should need them when you went and picked up your dagger. And so we'll say that you guys have just sort of reconvened again somewhere probably near the Tinnewin Meadows, near the entrance to the castle. But the two groups have reconnected around 6 p.m. In Njars. What would you like to do?
Alright. Operation Lizard Spy was not a
Well,
we got info.
got a little bit of info. And go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, not what we were hoping for, but yeah, I guess.
I feel like if we do like airdrop in there later, we sort of know where to go, or at least you do
My lizard does.
a little bit. And then we need to meet up with Lily.
Are we not all in the same place?
Oh, sorry, I was looking this way. Oh, hi, Lily.
I think you're all in the same.
Ah, there she is.
So what did you find out?
Unfortunately, not much. So I got my dagger honed, and the blacksmith that I got it at, there was someone from the castle who went in there looking for an order that they had made, but it wasn't ready yet, and so she was quite angry. She's like the steward or something. I don't know exactly what her job is, but she seemed pretty, like, I don't want to say powerful, but she probably could throw her weight around. I don't know if we could use that to our advantage.
How much does she weigh?
Well, she looked like she was probably about 160.
Kilos? Ooh.
Well, no, I'm going with pounds. Kilos would probably be about 70.
Do we have kilos in this world?
And when I
more
said
likely to get pounds, I guess.
you know, there is a difference between weight and mass.
Oh.
Weight
Depends on
is
what country you're
going to be like the pounds, and the mass is going to be like those kilos.
Well, we should use the measurement that we're familiar with. How many doulos does she weigh?
I think she was an even 200 doulos.
200 doulos. Okay.
So we learned quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pound-wise, or...
How many dwarf
Weight-wise.
arms talls was she?
So then, when was she going back? She didn't get the order. Is she coming back for the order?
I think that they were probably going to send word to her when it was ready. So I already told the blacksmith that I would be happy to do them a favor if they needed me to, like, maybe send word to the castle or maybe bring the order to the castle.
Is it a big order? Can we hide in it? Get delivered to the castle?
I don't know exactly what it was. I kind of volunteered to do something that I have no idea if it's actually going to be useful.
And then, if we wanted to, Paelias, you can change, or you have a thing that we could disguise. So yeah, we have the hidey hat.
Uh-huh.
So we could disguise someone as someone. And
Right.
then, I don't know, Twizzard, if you got a good look at like any of the stuff that the staff were wearing in the castle, and if that's like, could we put together like garb? Could we go out and like buy stuff and like dress like them? Do you have a good sense of like what they looked like what they wear in there? Or
I think I know where you're going with this. You want to do Tallrith.
Jeez.
All right.
Don't panic. It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. So yeah.
Okay. That's always on the back burner, just in case. So yeah, I know what some of the staff look like,
But
but
you definitely know what the Queen's Guard wear.
yeah, I was going to say mostly the guard.
I think we all know what the Queen's Guard wears.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're standing out there along the road and the bridge.
Yeah. I was thinking that might be too specific. Like our best bet if we're gonna go that specific is to probably use the hat, right?
Twizzard
This
would
is
have
where we're
also
supposed to
seen.
meet up with
Twizzard-
Hildebrand.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what was that last part?
No, like the restaurant that we're currently sitting in. Isn't this where we're supposed to possibly meet up with Hildebrand?
Well,
Or Hildegard?
you had Swabby Baggins deliver a note to someone inside to try to deliver a note to Hildegard.
I'll be back.
There is a possibility, and we should definitely be here tomorrow. So if we're going to infiltrate, we might want to wait until at least tomorrow night so that we know if Hildegard is meeting up with us or not.
The note said meet at 5:30. Presumably that's in PM, not morning. So
Yeah,
that would
no.
be the next day. Yeah.
You sure didn't say like 11 a.m.?
Is that what time it is?
You guys can fast
No.
forward. I believe you've secured your room at Billy Butterbottom's Buttery Buns Bed and Breakfast.
Well, I guess we got to figure if the Hildegard thing doesn't bear fruit and we do decide that we want to infiltrate the castle, what do we need to do? Is there anything we need to buy? Like, I guess knowing what the plan is and what we need to acquire or purchase. So we do that.
Well, we really need to know where Falrith is. Like, we only got to scavenge a couple of different areas. And we saw, like, the rich people lair, and we saw, like, some other spots. But I don't think we really narrowed in on specifically where Falrith is.
And who's got the compass at the moment?
Which compass?
The one that points towards Falrith. Oh, I look at the compass.
Still pointing towards the castle?
It's still pointing towards the castle.
Nice.
I don't know. Did you use it while you were around back?
That would have been smart. But we didn't have it. It's not like we had the compass like with the lizard. It still just would have pointed toward the castle.
Well,
Unless you were behind the castle, because then it could have been pointing further away from the castle.
Was he out swimming in the lake?
well, I don't know. Let's take a quick. Want to take a quick stroll back around the castle and like take a look at the compass a couple times and see if we can.
You still have some daylight left. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
All right, so the whole group sort of now moves back around. You're familiar with the route. You get to the back, and sure enough, as you walk, it sort of curves around, and it's always pointing at the castle.
It's right in the middle.
Do we see like I was gonna say, do we get a sense of like where within the castle, or just generally points towards the castle? Hard to tell.
Seems to be the center. Hard to tell.
Okay.
Maybe he's buried or he's like in jail there.
Our work is done.
Yay! Let's go.
All right.
But he still has that amulet that he took from Finric, right?
Yeah, I kind of want that back.
Yeah,
we should get that back.
our work is not done.
We're back on the job.
So didn't someone have a plan to go to like the guard bar, like the internal bar there, and hang and pretend to be like ladies, and like get info?
What?
I thought someone had that plan. It wasn't me. One of you guys said
We
that.
did talk about that.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. That sounds funny though.
Nobody
I
said
think
that.
it was like Lily and then like Paelias dressed as a woman.
Why me?
Because you have the hat.
Guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for
With
volunteering.
great power.
Yeah, I mean that's an option.
Well, do we know where
The guard bar?
the guard bar is? They would have to be off duty.
It's in the castle.
And I've only ever seen the guards go back into the castle after their change of guards. I haven't seen any guards come out.
Well, we're not really interested in the guards, right? We're just trying to get a peek as far into the castle as we can get without arousing suspicion.
So what, we're just going to walk across?
Well, if we're going to the guard bar for a good time. Wait, do you have to be a guard there?
Well, I mean,
I don't think that there's even a guard bar.
All right, let's find a guard and say, yo, where's the bar?
and then how do you get the ladies in?
All right, Lily, you're going to have to ask a guard. Where can a lady find the guard bar?
I am not old enough for this.
The guards don't care.
Or
Yeah.
wait, no, I'm 18 going on 19?
Yeah,
I thought you were 20.
You're old enough.
No, 18 going on 19.
Yeah, you're fine.
Fast forward to when she's 21.
Yeah, right, we hide in the bushes for
I
two.
think, I think the age.
I mean, we just need to find a ghost, and then we could scare Lily to be, what, 70 years older?
Oh yeah, that's overshooting a little bit though.
But officer, I just saw a ghost. I'm 21 now.
That totally works in the real world, right?
I mean, I don't know if Lily wants to pretend to be selling her body.
Well, she doesn't really have to do it.
I know, but I don't think she's that kind of person.
If she doesn't want to pretend, she could actually do it then.
Yeah, it's
You
the
believe in
pretending.
yourself for Vesson.
Yeah, I mean, we could also just have Finric and Twizzard go. I mean, they can dress up as ladies too.
That would be hilarious. A dwarf woman. They look pretty much like dwarf men, don't they?
No beards.
I think they still have beards.
They do have beards.
I think this is boiling down to Talrith is the only solution.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's Talrith sounds pretty good now.
Yes.
It's sounding pretty good now.
Amazing.
Do we need to get practice? Do we need to like dress together as like a tall lady and
Oh,
do
we
this
can
all?
do
And you should probably try to have an out somehow, like a quick escape.
Yeah, it's called one of us jumps down from the other's shoulders and we both run.
And you just shorten it.
Yeah.
I see this going terribly wrong.
Really
We
good
don't have any
plan.
other great plans.
We had the 4 other plans.
Yeah, I feel like we have good plans.
Do we want to vote?
Let's recap on the plans, though.
Okay.
Before voting.
Lily's plan. Just come back here at 5:30 tomorrow evening and see if Hildegard has shown up.
Oh, we're doing that for sure. But it's more about, like, if that doesn't happen, what's our plan B, and do we need to prep anything in advance in order to be able to do plan B?
Right.
Well, there's also the flying in, right?
I mean, we could just leave scouts. We could leave our familiars at the, like, castle walls, kind of hidden in the trees, just kind of looking out to see what happens during the day and overnight and stuff.
But you have to stay within like 100 feet of them.
Okay. How
You
far?
have to be within 100
How far-
feet to see what they're seeing and hear what they're hearing. They can exist.
Yeah. Can I like put a recorder in them, and like see you later?
Yeah, I mean, you can.
You could telepathically speak with yours.
You can give them commands too, like say, "Hey, come get me."
Oh, and then maybe it could just tell me what happened later.
Tell you what happens later, like when you're not seeing and hearing what they. Well, let's see. I guess the pseudo. Didn't we decide the pseudo dragon was a little more?
Pseudo dragon's a little special because he could telepathically talk with the pseudo dragon. Very simple commands. And I guess understand some feelings, emotions, something like that.
Yeah. So do I have enough of a telepathic communication to be able to get a synopsis of what he saw in the last 12 or 24 hours?
You can sense what the pseudo dragon senses as long as you're within a mile.
A mile.
You
Pretty
can
good.
sense. What
How many
it
kilometers is that?
senses. You can't see through. You can't directly see through its
1.6?
eyes, but you can like. You can yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
Okay, so if I'm 1.6 kilometers away, how far is our hotel or our rooms?
Your hotel is within a mile.
Oh, okay, great. So yeah, we could just hang out in the room and like watch through the pseudo dragon.
It's not watching, it's sensing.
Or okay, I could sense through the pseudo dragon.
Yeah.
Can I sense some good information?
Well, what are you trying to sense?
I'm trying to sense if Falrith is going to be moving around or something.
You're trying to sense a specific person that the pseudo dragon. You'd have to describe.
I think the pseudo dragon's probably seen Falrith before.
Yeah.
But he probably won't look like Walrus.
You think he's disguised?
Well, yeah, I mean, the pseudo dragon would have to sense Falrith as his self, like whoever he looks like.
I mean, you could give the command.
It's just one word.
No. I mean, you could describe to the pseudo dragon what you want it to do. I'm not.
Okay.
The outcome is indeterminate.
Okay, pseudo dragon. Do we think that? Well, we're voting on ideas. So yeah, we can talk about all the ideas first and then see if that's viable.
Well, this is a good background idea. I mean, it can be doing that.
Okay. You guys think we should try?
Sure.
So this could be for right now. This
Yeah.
night
That sounds good.
before we, wake up and then do whatever we're gonna do during the day.
Yeah.
Have the dragon still continue during the day.
I could probably even just do like a meditation tonight instead of a full sleep and get the benefits of a long rest.
So right now it's like getting close to 7. You're on the back of the castle, and you're trying to decide whether to leave your pseudo dragon there.
Right.
We're talking very quietly.
Sending stoneless or sending stonely.
Just a normal group of people hanging out, enjoying
Back of the
sunset.
castle, constantly checking our compass, and looking up at the trees.
Are you saying I should roll for the guard perception? Is that what you're saying?
Uh-oh.
I can do that.
I think we're good.
I mean, Lily could be walking arm in arm with Mr. Twizzard, I guess.
Oh, you do it with Mr. Twizzard, but not with random guards.
You are a friend. But we can make it seem as though we are just going for a pleasant stroll, taking in the night air.
Why don't we stroll into the trees?
That's going to give the wrong impression.
I mean, well, all 4 of us?
That's definitely going to give the wrong impression.
Well, finish now.
Well,
I'm here too.
Finish with us? I need to pop my pseudo dragon out if we're gonna use them. So I don't want to do it right in the,
That sounds very, very...
Pop them out, boss.
Okay. Pop your pseudo dragon out.
I mean, that's what it's called.
Walrus, the party's over here in the bushes by the castle.
You can
Someone's
pop.
popping their
You
pseudo
can
dragon
pop it out 30 feet away from you, which could be like right on the castle wall if you want.
That's fair. All right, so I guess I'll just like pop and get him out, and
All
then
right.
he'll come out by the trees, so he's undercover.
All right. Pseudo dragon's out and about.
So does he have a good view of the of a good portion of the castle?
He's got a good view of the back side. Yeah, the western side.
The western side. Is there like an entrance exit on the western side?
There's not there. So there's the 3 sort of windows on the second floor. The one in the center, the one that you went in, Mr. Twizzard as a lizard, was the sort of the dark green and gold. Seemed yellowish from far away, but gold when you got up close. That's where that flag is hanging out that window.
Well, I really want to see like the entrance and the exit. So
The main entrance to the castle is on the eastern side. That's the over the bridge.
Okay, well let's just have the pseudo dragon fly over to that side through the trees, around slowly and inconspicuously.
So that side is like where the
Town is?
where the city proper is. I mean, there's still buildings on this side, but it's getting further out, right?
Well, can he still be under? How far can he be? I'd like him to be under cover of tree and still be able to see the entrance exit. It doesn't have to be right on the east side, but like somewhere where you can still see the entrance exit.
Are there any
You could do that
buildings that have like gargoyles sitting on the top of them that maybe the pseudo dragon could pretend to be part of the gargoyle?
That's a good idea.
Not really much gargoyles. There is the bridge itself. You could like come in from below and maybe like roost on like the city side battlement, maybe.
Or could he roost underneath the bridge and just like basically hang out underneath the bridge and just kind of look through the cracks to see who's coming and going?
Hang out with the troll?
Ooh, watch out. Cool.
I think that if you want the pseudo dragon to get in a position where it can see the comings and goings over the main bridge and not be seen, that is doable.
All right, let's do it.
All right. It's done. Wait, what command did you give them?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pop him out and in again to get him closer to wherever we're going.
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to go back around to the front, but...
All right, so we'll just pop him out and then go back toward there. And then can I command him?
Yeah, what are the instructions, I guess?
So I'm going to say, watch the people who come and go.
Okay.
And give a good description of everyone that comes and goes next time I talk to you.
That poor pseudo dragon.
Yeah,
Oh.
what's the intelligence of wisdom?
I think it's like 2.
No, I think it's smarter than that.
Well, the intelligence is +0, so it's a 10.
Yeah.
And the wisdom is a 12, so it's a
Yeah.
+1. I mean, a description of everyone that comes and goes.
Okay. What about this? Can it sense magic?
I don't even think Twizzard could do that.
Well, we're not talking about Twizzard. Can it sense magical beings?
It cannot sense magical beings.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
About
have it give you kind of an alarm if there is a suspicious person that looks like Falrith.
yeah, can we do that? That's a good idea. So
Anyone
someone,
other than the guard,
Mhm.
just give a little alarm.
yeah, anyone male other than the guard who's tall.
Okay. It sort of like looks at you and nods
Yeah,
its head.
and then he gives me an alarm so that I can look into his eyes and check him out.
Okay, but to do that, you'd have to be within 100 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then he just
You can remember the description, maybe.
yeah, he remembers the description, and then can he just show me like in a picture, or does he just describe it to me then?
Well, it can't speak, but you can telepathically talk to it, yeah.
So he probably telepathically gives me like a picture of what he saw, right? Like a camera.
Yeah, it can communicate simple ideas, emotion, and images telepathically.
Images, that's all I need. Great. So yeah, just send me the image of anybody who is male, tall, and not a guard.
Just send it as an attachment to a telepathic message.
Yeah. Paelias at telepathy.org.
Right. But I get a lot of spam there, so make sure to like put something so I know it's you.
It sort of nods, and then flies over to a hidden roost. You lose sight of it, but you.
Good job. Thanks, Studio.
You trust that it's in the right place. All right. I guess by the end of all that, it's probably like 7:30, maybe 7:45. The sun is setting. Actually, it's probably already set by that point. Which helps your pseudo dragon get into position. So.
Yeah, that's why we waited.
Perfect. All right. What are you guys doing?
Me?
I don't know.
I guess I'm just sort of waiting for the ride.
Do we go to the guard bar?
You're not Dromm, you're Finric.
That's why I'm talking in this sort of like lighter voice.
Oh, I see. Fair point. Are you going to go back to the inn, or are you going to go to Cinnamon Meadows? Are you going to go somewhere else?
Is there anything else we need to do to well, no. I guess we don't need to like prep anything for tonight. So
Do notice that there's a bit of revelry in the streets. It is, after all, a sort of festival week.
Right.
So yeah, there's definitely there's
Party!
some drinking going on. There's some general revelry.
Maybe there's pretzel flavored beer.
Oh, or beer flavored pretzels.
Whoa!
You could
I
certainly
would try
make
both.
that. There's enough pretzels and beer being sold.
Nice.
So you want to do that?
Get beer and pretzels.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, Lily just had something. Actually, I think she had a pretzel.
Yeah, you did. You're like the designer of the fancy chef pretzel.
Yeah, so Lily's gonna pass on the pretzels and the beer, but she will definitely enjoy looking around at some of the more nighttime festivities. Maybe somebody has like fairy lights and sparklers or something going on, a little show on the street corner.
Yeah, there's a block or two down in one of the larger intersections. There's a guy with this cart, and he's sort of gathered a ring around him, and there's like he sort of puts this thing on the ground, and he lights it, and he backs up, and it starts to go. And it's like shooting out sparks as it spins,
Nice.
and after it's done, like everyone like runs up and like he's like
All the dogs are barking.
he's doing a fast business. Yeah, the dogs are barking, and parents are worried about their kids, blowing their fingers off. But general Swabian, Augsburgian, Narsian revelry.
Do we need one of those to throw into the keep?
Ah,
Or a whole
you,
bunch of those? to throw
you
in?
only 1 silver. You do want one?
I'll take 2.
No. Very good, very good. All right. 2 silver out and put 2 spinning firework. I don't know. He calls them the spin whistlers.
Spin whistlers. All right. Do they whistle too?
No, they do not whistle. Sorry.
Okay.
Spin whistlers.
Oh, whistlers. Okay.
The whistle.
It whistle?
Yeah, they whistle. They whistle. Look at the whistling.
The whistling.
The whistling.
Ah. All right. Well, I'll take 2.
Oh. All right, you got 4 spin whistlers.
Nice. Oh,
Anything going on thinking, Twizzard?
how do we set them off?
Yes.
You can
That's
light
what he
them
was
up
singing.
investigation, can't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
but you
could.
can't do magic here.
I say I
You
could fireball.
could. See if anyone notices.
Don't we all have like flint
I was gonna say, how do regular
in
people
our
light stuff?
in our backpacks?
Probably. Yeah, I think you could assume that you'd have mundane, non-magical means of lighting a fire.
Finric, as to what you were saying, I don't think I'm thinking what you're thinking.
That we should light one of the fireworks,
Oh, yeah.
but then possibly save the rest for later.
I mean, I've got 2, so 1 to use foolishly, and 1 to use for something useful.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was thinking ahead, Twizzard.
But do we light it here? Because the guy just lit his.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a crowd, but the crowd's sort of now merging back into the general crowd of the streets. You could go find a quieter intersection, or
Like, what are you hoping to gain by doing this? Just
It's a
to
diversion.
participate?
it's a diversion.
Well, right now it's just fun, but it's potentially a future diversion.
Ah. You want any water?
I'll take some. It's just mine's in the fridge. It's the water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
All right. I grab my tinderbox and Twizzard. We go into like an alley, right?
Yes.
Easily done.
Okay. Is this a good idea, or is it going to be too destructive?
The buildings in Njars are sort of that wattle and daub, so it's like the white plaster, like the mud, the mud and straw that's dried and then been painted white. So there's a lot of wood buildings. It's not like they're brick, but I mean,
Fireworks are cool.
but fireworks are cool, and it's probably gonna be fine.
All right. Go for it, Twizzard.
All right. I'm
They're
gonna.
just small ones, right?
Yeah, no, it's not like a huge.
They're not the illegal kind
All
that
right.
you have to have a permit for.
Are,
Yeah.
are there any regular citizens around us?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I
I mean,
thought
you
we
may
were
be in
gonna-
an alley, but the main road is right there.
Oh, okay.
There's no one in your direct vicinity, let's say.
All right. So I'm gonna turn away from the citizens and cast something that I've got that can light a small fire, set on fire.
All right.
Not fireball.
Oh my god. Noted. Yeah, so yeah, it lights up. How close are you?
I was holding it. I drop it and I run away.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely the kind that's supposed to be like set on the ground, so when you drop it, it immediately like falls over.
Oh.
And then it goes and it's like an unbalanced top spinning, bouncing like through the alley. Finric and Paelias, give me dexterity checks.
Oh boy.
What did I do?
It's coming for you.
You're in the
You're too
alley.
close.
Shoot. Probably should have
11.
thought about this. Okay. Boy.
Notes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always in
You
inventory.
didn't even have your computer on, did you?
Other question?
Oh wait, you have to have your computer on. You're talking to me on it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't signed in to the usual places.
Got it. No worries.
Um,
Yeah, Finric jumps out of the way deftly as it skitters between him and some garbage can or some barrels.
Nice. All right, so we've got this thing.
Bounces off those and goes for Paelias.
It's coming after me. So what am I doing again? Dexterity?
Yeah. Yeah, dexterity save. Yeah.
Dexterity save. Okay. So that's going to be Underdark mode. Ooh. Okay, wow.
Sweet. Everything's got dark modes now.
Underdark. Oh, that looks weird. Underdark.
Too little, too late. We needed it like last year.
Yeah,
Before
right.
our eyes were destroyed.
Dexterity save.
What are you gonna do, man?
I got an 8.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Yeah, no, you sort of try to dodge out of the way, and it it doesn't hit you or anything, but it does. It maybe singes a little bit of your pant leg or your top of the boot there, but no. And no one seems to have noticed. It's pretty cool. But now you know that you should probably set them on the ground first before lighting them.
All right, good test.
No, if you want to create havoc,
Oh,
you might want to throw it.
I suppose it depends on your purpose.
We go to the guard bar and set one off.
What if it's just the barracks?
We'll just show up at the barracks.
I thought somebody said they knew that there was a guard bar. Do we not know that there's a guard bar? There's no guard bar, is there?
I mean, did Savvy say something?
Swabby did not. I know. Not that I know of.
I think
Elias, can you commune with Mista and ask if there's a guard bar?
Yes.
We need somebody who knows.
Hey, mister. Hey, mister.
But I don't think you want to do that out in the open. I think you might want to do that in the privacy of your BNB.
She's going to be like, no, I don't know that.
More information is needed.
He's like, I'm there right now. We're having happy hour.
Paelias, as you guys are sort of, deciding whether or not to commune with a god in the middle of the street or in the alley, you get a mental image of a pretty tall male with light brown hair leaving the castle.
Leaving the castle. Okay, I'll tell the others.
And
What do you say?
You also get the feeling that your familiar wants to know should he go back? What should you do?
He's bored.
No. He should keep an eye out for more people. So, and was the image just that person, or did it look like there were other people around him?
It was just that person.
Okay. So I tell the others.
Ooh, it's him. It's Walrus. Let's kill him.
It could be. Should we? What do you guys think? Should we check it out and see if he's nearby and try to corner him?
We should at least follow him or see what he looks like.
I don't think he'd be disguised. I mean, who here knows him or cares?
So wait, the image, did it look like Falrith?
Balrith has gray hair, right? Or white hair?
The image you got did not really look like Falrith.
Okay. All right. Let's just leave him there then, and let's keep looking for Falrith-looking people.
He's tall though.
Yeah.
Could have dyed his hair.
So is it gray hair or white hair?
It's light brown.
Yeah. No. Falrith.
Oh, Falrith had gray hair.
All right. So let's update the criteria to not a guard, male, tall, and gray hair.
All right.
Just take some, senses.
That poor pseudo dragon.
Put that dragon to work.
Oh, like you haven't done it with your unseen servants.
Gotta put those guys to work.
I don't think Lily has unseen service. I only have real servants.
Oh, flex. All right. You guys do anything else, or are you retiring to Billy Butterbottom's buttery bun bed and breakfast?
I think Lily's good for retiring.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, alright.
All right.
You have 2 rooms, one for the guys and one for the gals. You keep forgetting about Finistle?
Finistle. I'm looking right at her. I keep
It's very frustrating, Twizzle. All right. All right.
But Finistle, isn't that good that you're kind of blending in and people are kind of ignoring you?
Yes, I suppose. That's a good point, Lily. It is convenient sometimes. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna head upstairs.
Hey, Finistle, you want to braid my hair and I'll braid your hair?
I'm really quite tired.
It's only like 8:30.
It's been a long day, though. All right. Fine, I'll braid yours, but you don't need to braid mine.
Don't touch mine.
Okay. Can I have 2 braids?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, persuasion. Only a 6.
Wah, wah.
I don't really know that much about braiding. We'll see what I can do.
It's probably just going to be a big knot.
It's a 10. It's like a reasonable braid. It's nothing to like write home about.
Simple braid. Okay,
Simple braid.
fine. Really just wanted to have a little
A little, yeah, sure.
bonding time.
Yeah. And
Could you
that's what she
imagine
gets, a
braid?
very little bonding time. All right, so the next morning dawns. One thing you notice as you get up, the wonderful savory smell of the buttery buns is just filling the entire bed and breakfast.
Oh, buttery buns.
Alright, I'm not staying in bed. I'm getting downstairs for some buttered buns.
Oh yeah, no, you guys go down, and Billy Butterbottom is there, and he's like, "Oh, my buttery buns are so delicious," and you guys gather around the table for some buttery buns.
Do you happen to have any buttery buns that have honey butter?
Oh, my dear, of course. I've got many different kinds of butter to put on my buttery buns. And these buttery buns. Look, I got a pretzel and a croissant. That's kind of like a buttery bun.
That croissant's good.
Ah, phew. Fixed it.
He's probably got the buns too. Or every place sells pretzels here. That's just how it works here.
Mmm.
Yep.
Look at those buttery buns.
Yeah. So you've got your morning repast, and you can plan your day.
These buns are so good, my day will consist of staying here and eating the rest. Alright, what plans can we execute in the daytime? The guard bar is a nighttime activity.
Did I get any hits overnight?
The alerts, yeah.
Did you get any alerts overnight? You did not. You
Yeah.
did not.
Should we like maybe ask around town if there's like this really tall guy that speaks like this?
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. We can see if anybody's heard of him or seen him. He might just be like holed up in the castle, and not leaving.
But he had to come in at some point.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Let's ask around. That's a good idea.
Should we just ask a guard?
And I'm not sure if he'd be using, like, would he be using the name Falrith? Because it's one thing to keep his appearance, but it's another thing to keep his name. Because Falrith might perceive, like, people might know him as a wizard. And
Yeah.
like wizards or spell users here.
That's why they threw him into the center of the castle.
Oh.
Oh, you think he's in the dungeon?
But I have a feeling he'd probably persuade his way out of there.
True.
I'm thinking that he's probably charisma his way into the upper gentry that are meeting specifically during this festival.
Or it's a magic pit.
And he's probably finagling his way into a position of power.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, that sounds more like Falrith.
So maybe we should ask if there's any newcomers within the last couple of months that have quickly arisen to a pretty powerful position.
I bet if we talk like him, then they'll recognize that. He's got a very distinct way of talking.
Like, I was looking for a friend of mine.
Yeah, you know, we all come from the same place.
Yeah.
Have you seen or heard of him?
You sound like our new guy. Now, who would we talk to? Who would we target for this?
Well, what would Falrith want? Maybe some nice clothes?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, shopkeepers are good.
We go to some fancy shops.
Yeah, he does have a high-end taste.
Let's do it.
I mean, look at that underwear that Mr. Twizzard has.
Fantastic.
That is interesting.
I hold it up. Oh, it's huge. I didn't realize it was so big.
I mean, maybe we could just ask someone at the store if anyone has come in ordering underwear like that.
That's not cheap.
As you guys are sort of discussing your plans, Swabby Baggins saunters in.
Oh.
Hey guys!
Well, hello.
Hi, Swabby.
Swabby, how do you do?
I'm okay. You guys are talking a little weird though.
This is how we talk.
That's everyone where we come from talks like this.
Oh, wow, that's
It's fascinating.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Have you heard of anyone else talking like this in the town?
Not that I can think of.
Interesting.
Swabby, would you be able to tell us, the people in the castle, do they get their clothes at any particular shops here, or do they have internal people making their clothes?
Oh no, there's a really fancy tailor, sort of over near the castle, and yeah, pretty much all the people who have money go to them.
And they leave the castle, or does the tailor go to the castle?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen like the king or queen go directly there, but certainly a lot of the nobles and merchants go there.
But the tailor would also, I guess, go into the castle for,
Oh, sure.
in-house fittings.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, maybe they're the person to speak with.
Oh, but Swabby, would you also happen to know if there is a guard bar in the castle?
A guard bar?
Yes.
Like where the guards go to drink?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's really interesting. The I mean, I assume they drink somewhere, but the Queen's Guard, they're sort of like really secretive. They're like, their real identities like aren't really even known. So I don't know. I mean, they
Don't know
probably
those-
drink somewhere. Everyone drinks, right?
Just like everybody poops?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I don't-
suppose everybody poops. Wait.
So where do the guards go?
Where do they poop?
Where do they go number 2?
New plan.
I've never seen one of the Queen's Guard go number 2, so I assume they do it somewhere secret.
We've got to find that out.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you do.
We'll make that a side scroll or side campaign.
Side quest.
Savi, would you like one of these delicious buttery buns?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. I thought you'd never ask. Yeah.
All right. So, Swavi, would you be able to point us in the direction of that tailor you mentioned?
Yeah, spear and spool. It's a. Yeah, I can take you right there if you want.
Take us swiftly.
I think
Taylor, swiftly.
Tailor swiftly. No.
Wow. Wow, Taylor Swift to Taylor. That's pretty good. I should have gone with that.
I think we just want to finish our breakfast here, Swavi, before we head out. So grab yourself another bun, just sit back, relax, and we'll be out we'll be heading along shortly.
Okay.
So I guess we sending stone. Is there anything else we need to do or figure out, or we just go into this place?
Swappy did say that the guards don't even know who the other guards are. So if we get a guard disguise, they wouldn't know it's not us or not them.
Is that what he said?
I don't
I
think
thought
that's
so.
exactly what he said.
Yeah, I didn't remember that part either.
I heard that.
I did not hear that.
It's secretive. Sometimes people give secretive answers. What?
I mean, I guess like some members of the CIA maybe don't know who other members are if they're like in the field, but I don't know.
I thought maybe they had masks on and that's why, and that we just didn't
So the
actually
Queen's
look.
Guard do have helms that cover their faces, but
So you're thinking of pulling a Wizard of Oz, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion, getting the guard costumes of the Witch's Guard.
no, he's still thinking of the Tallrith.
Yeah.
Always planned, yes. That's still the front runner in my mind.
Well, then maybe
That's
we
what's
should
gonna
see
win
about
today.
the fancy clothes, and we can get something that Falrith might have purchased,
Okay.
and get something that looks like it. All right, I'm ready
All right.
when you guys are to go off to the tailor.
So we go to the tailor.
All right,
Do
so
it.
you guys wind your way through the city again, back towards Billy Butterbottom's Inn is probably sort of close to the city center. Actually, he's right in the heart of it. But then the castle is on the western edge. And as you get closer, you do notice that the stores around there are a little higher quality, maybe certainly higher prices. And you go to a place called Spear and Spool. And it's got this sort of this wooden, giant wooden spool outside with like gilded thread wrapped around it. And you go inside, and you see.
Ling, ling, ling.
Yeah, a little silver bell tinkles as you enter.
Heard it.
Now is Swabi with you? Did you just point it out? And
I think he probably just pointed it out, maybe brought us in the general vicinity, but I don't know if he would be the type to actually go in there with us.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be his first choice. I think if you asked him, he
I don't
probably
think he
would. But
would be in there.
all right. Oh, hello, yes.
Ooh. Hold on. Please allow me to take point. I pull out my giant Falworth underwear.
Oh,
This is my underwear. Well, it's a spare that I have.
okay.
What do you think of my fancy tastes? I am looking for more clothing just like this.
And she sort of like comes closer and like doesn't touch the underwear,
It's
but she
clean, I
does
think.
look at it with a practiced eye. And she's like, "Well, yes, her account's very high quality. Yes, we can do better, of course. Are you looking for new the underwear?"
I'm very curious. Do you know of anyone else who has as fancy tastes as I do? I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, no offense meant, but I deal with the royals and the nobles. Yes, I know many people with, dare I say, tastes perhaps a little more refined than yours. Although we could do a lot with this. And she sort of like, she sees your gold chains and she like starts to get the glint in her eye.
Oh,
Maybe we could. Sure, come over here. And she sort of like leads you over to this rack, and they're still like, what color are your MC Hammer pants?
oh, they're gold.
They're gold too. Yeah, no, she
Right,
leads
but
you
right
over.
now your hair is like ashen gray, right?
Oh yeah, I put ash in it.
That's right, and you like slicked it down or something. But yeah, that's awesome. She leads you over to like there's sort of this satiny blue, like a rich satiny blue, and she's like, with the gold of your pants, see how this shimmers in the light, and she sort of like holds it up in a sunbeam and like feel the fabric. Go on.
Oh, yeah, it's quite nice.
Perhaps something flowing down the back. Are you? She sort of looks at all of you again. Are you friends with the royals?
Yes.
You look well traveled. Perhaps you all need the fancy dresses and suits.
Oh, I don't think that Lily's going to be able to afford anything fancy.
Is this one of those situations where if we ask the price, we can't afford it?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the kind of place.
Because we could get fancy disguises and then sneak in as royals from visiting royals from some other land, and then return the clothes the next day. No one cut the tags off.
And don't spill any wine on it.
She's sort of still looking up, and she's like, hold on, Frederick! And this other like little dude runs up, and he's like, he looks surprisingly like Shady Baggins. But it starts to measure you, Twizzard, like around the waist, like around the ankle, like takes sort of like it's just all over you, taking all your measurements.
Oh boy.
You took point on this. Go ahead, Mr. Twizzard.
I thought something useful would come out of it sooner.
He's like calling out numbers, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And the staff is part of the look.
Well, it's my walking stick. I'm an old-ish man.
You look quite good for your age, then.
Oh, thanks. You say all the right things.
Now let us describe. So is this for the main coat? But about what are you thinking for belt?
I don't wear belts.
No belts. Okay. More of a.
He likes the possibility of his pants dropping at any.
Oh,
That's the truth.
Fast and loose.
Yeah, save that for the end of the week. Okay. Look.
Good one.
Yeah.
Take the boots. No. She starts to like go get some like fancier like fine leather boots off another rack. She brings them over to you.
Oh boy, Mr. Twizzard, you better think fast.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing
She
here.
feels backing out of the store.
This is all very. This is all quite lovely, but
yes, very lovely. Your whole look will be it'll be you plus.
Me plus plus. Yeah, I'm trying to outshine the royals, and I just want to make sure that out of all the royals, whoever dresses the fanciest, that I dress fancier than them.
Of course, I understand. Frederick! And Frederick runs over again. He's like, Frederick will just need to take the down payment now. Yes?
Oh yes, of course. Can you just quickly tell me about any royals that really like to dress fancy? That might be new in town or might not be new in town.
They're all new in town.
Okay, so yeah, don't tell me about those anymore.
I mean, see, it's hard to say. I mean, usually the royals they bring their own clothes with them when they visit. Um, the Hildegard did need to come by last week, seeing as the terrible disappearance of her family. She came not quite fully prepared for the formal ball happening at the end of the week, and I took her measurements. I'm working on something special.
How about already existing royalty here? Are there any young upstarts that have come to power almost out of nowhere? Or they don't even have to be young; they could be old too.
Like yourself, perhaps?
Yes, I'm always trying to compete with these guys, so I gotta know who I need to dress fancier than.
So no, let me think. There was what's it? What's his name? Otto Brogan? Does that ring a bell to you? No.
No, but we know so many royals ourselves that so they blend together.
Yeah.
Of course. No, he came in from Stutlafen a little earlier than most. Did not purchase anything from my shop, but I can't necessarily hold that against him.
Oh, what's his name?
But I don't know where he's staying. I do not think he's staying in the castle. I don't think he's quite that high up the ladder.
How embarrassing. Okay. Well,
Has Lord Alistair Charrington III arrived yet?
I have not heard this name, no.
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 He said he was going to be here for the big meeting.
Oh, I know many, but I do not know all. But no, I know no Charrington.
And I'm sure he would come to a reputable place like this to get all of his clothing.
I do not disagree, but I still do not. Frederick, do you know Charrington? Charrington III? No. No Charrington. Can you describe him?
Fascinating.
Interesting.
oh, did you say something, Shawn?
Oh, could you describe this person? Perhaps remember?
Well, Lord Alistair is very charismatic, and he is a little bit taller than me, dark hair,
Wet.
a little bit of facial, hair, just, perfectly trimmed and manicured, of course. He has a way with words.
Sounds like I would.
Very.
Sounds like I would remember this person. I do not, though. I'm sorry.
He might have been traveling with another fellow, a little bit older, with long gray hair. Speaks with a bit of a drawl.
I know no one of that description. I'm sorry.
No. I so thought they were going to be here already.
You could inquire at the castle, perhaps?
I must. Would the guards know if I asked?
Well, they would know who is at the castle, certainly.
Well, then I must do that. I'm surprised he hasn't sent word. So maybe he's not here yet. I wonder what could have happened to him. Are there any bandits on the road near this town, this city?
I mean, Njars is very safe. The roads surrounding it, what with the influx of people, there will be pickpockets and such like that. But the Queen's Guard, their reach extends for miles around. I'd be very surprised if he came to harm near. The roads in the other city-states, though, I cannot speak to those. They're ruffians, all of them, really.
Well, I thank you very much for your time, and I do feel as though your ensemble for this gentleman here is extraordinary.
Oh, it will be.
However, I am thinking that we are going to need to leave right away to find out what has happened to our friend, since we were supposed to meet.
Oh, give me the down payment of call it 10 gold, and I've got your measurements.
Maybe I could get some fancy duds. All right, give him 10 gold.
Wonderful, yes. Now, presumably it's for the ball. On the tall? The ball on the tall, as they say?
Yes.
It will be ready for you to go.
Ooh, that sounds great.
And she looks over at you, Finric and Paelias. No? Do you need new outfits, or you have something back at the hotel?
Guess should get some good stuff.
I'm good for now.
Your weapons, they will not be welcome at the ball. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Right.
Maybe we should get some clothes to hide them.
Oh, I've got that covered.
No.
But don't some of the royalty wear ceremonial swords at their side?
The royals, yes, not the guests.
We are royal guests.
You may be well off, but I can tell you are not royal.
How rude. Give me my underwear back.
I never took it.
Oh, okay.
You didn't want to touch it.
It's not your underwear, it's your own problem.
All right. Well, some of us will be back for de Gaulle.
That sounds wonderful.
Charles de Gaulle?
Charles de Gaulle.
I'm going to the ball.
Well, good luck to you guys.
Wait, I want to go to the ball.
But you're going to go...
Oh, yeah, you can put your hat on and go to the ball.
Oh yeah, that's right.
True.
I was just gonna put my my sword in my sheath staff thing that hides stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to use that at some point.
If Paelias is wearing his magic hat of disguise, can he disguise with fancy clothes?
Oh yeah.
The way the hat of disguise works is when you put it on, anyone you've seen, you can look like them.
Including their clothing?
Yeah, including their clothing. You sort of see the images flashing in front of your eyes.
So then he doesn't really have to have nice clothes. He just has to have the appearance of nice clothes.
Yeah.
Cool. Done. Save me a fortune.
I feel
Those
like
still my clothes.
Didn't you disguise yourself I felt like it was one of the people you saw when you were in the capital of Stuttlafen briefly.
Which castle?
No, I remember you made the stopover and went to the fight night. I feel like you were.
Yeah, I was disguised for fight night.
Anyway.
That was
You're disguised as someone.
That was the island though.
You're disguised as someone, not Paelias. No, not on the island. When you guys spent, you stopped in at Quaden, the capital of Stuttlafen, to the south, and you did the fight night in the basement. Stuttlafen is the slightly more impoverished city-state to the south of Augsburg.
That's where we tried to gamble too much.
Yes, They couldn't handle your bets.
Oh, was I disguised for that? You're asking?
5 gold.
I
instead of,
thought
20.
when you were picking disguises on the boat the next day, you picked someone from there, but I can't remember, and it doesn't really.
I don't
matter.
remember.
Suffice it to say, you don't look like Paelias right now.
Oh, I don't. Oh, well, there we go. Done.
I don't think you do. Yeah, because Twizzard did the hair thing, and Finric did something. Do you like put on
Finric's
different?
not wearing his hat. He's wearing a different hat. I don't know.
Man,
Finric's
I feel like
I
that was
just put
months
on
ago.
my
There was like a
I
whole
put on my
episode where you
street
talked for
clothes.
like 30 minutes about disguises.
Yeah.
Riveting content.
I know that that Lily is wearing her scarf kind of wrapped around her head and hiding her hair, since that's a distinguishing feature. But she'll show her hair
Right.
for the Sally Copperhead.
Yeah, you showed it to the blacksmith, and yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I think I just changed into my common clothes, so I'm not wearing my vestments.
Got it. All right, it is 10:53. Should we call it a night, or do you want to fast forward to the 5:30 meetup?
I mean, I don't mind fast forwarding. I mean, is there anything else we need to do other than talk to a guard? I mean, as we walk by, I could certainly ask a guard.
Yeah, you can talk to someone of the Queen's Guard.
Cool.
So I'm essentially going to say exactly what I said to the tailor, but to say to the guard about has Lord Alistair Charrington III arrived yet?
All right, so you approach basically so on the end of that bridge, there's another stone battlement with a gate, and you sort of go up to. There's 2 guards flanking it, so you go up to one of those guards.
Yes.
Okay. She sort of looks at you and says, "And who is inquiring?"
You can let him know that it is a fellow traveler who we got kind of separated at sea, and we were supposed to meet up here.
At the castle.
Yes. Well, in Augsburg, but I don't know if he's arrived yet.
Give me a persuasion check.
8.
The matters of the castle. If you have perhaps a letter of introduction.
Well, I am expecting one to arrive shortly.
You are
But I was just inquiring if Lord Charrington III had arrived yet. If you don't know, then that's fine. I will just wait to hear from him.
Yes, I am afraid a letter of introduction will be required.
Okay. Well, I bid you good day.
Good day. It was a high DC. They're not just going to tell you who's in the castle.
Well, they don't have to say if he's in the castle. Just has he arrived?
It's true.
But that's all right. I will head off to wherever and fast forward.
All right.
Was it the Swan Inn? I can never remember what inn is it?
Oh, I think you said Tinnewin Meadows. That's why you were staking it out.
Yes. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so how does your group want to be situated around 5:30?
Well, I want that same table.
Should it just be you that meets, and we'll sit at another table and eavesdrop?
That's fine. Yeah.
All right, so Lily is at a table. Now let's see. I did write down the note verbatim. We're concerned about the safety of your parents. Would like to meet, if possible, on DeSaul at Tinnewin Meadows at 5:30.
And did I sign it as SC?
You did. So the place is fairly crowded because it's 5:30, and you can get that same table though. You guys tipped
Okay.
well yesterday.
Do we all sit at the same table, or do we want to
Well,
scatter?
yeah, I mean, whatever you guys want to do. When do you want to get there?
And then I guess the other thing is if Hildegard is like Falrith in disguise, he'll recognize all of us. And is that a problem, or is that okay?
Well, I'm going to risk it, and I'm not going to. I'm going to still have my shawl on in a similar way, but maybe I'll let like the bottom part of my braid stick out from underneath it, just so I don't know. Well, she doesn't know what SC stands for, so I'll ask the hostess. I'll say someone is going to be looking for me. With the initial, they'll be looking for someone with the initials SC. Please direct them over to me.
Wait, okay, hang on. Wait.
And I give the hostess or host, 5 copper.
Hold on. What if Hildegard is Hildegard, but she's under Falrith's control. Falrith is with her, so he's in the castle and he's controlling Hildegard. So is this becoming riskier that we're alerting Falrith that specifically we are here? And would it be better to have you disguise yourself as someone else and like use Paelias' hat or something, and you're someone else, so no matter what happens, Falrith doesn't know that we're here? Or am I
think you're overthinking it, but if you guys want to hide and then just have Paelias nearby wearing his hat in disguise.
What do you think, Paelias?
If it's just me.
I lost the train of thought a little bit. So we think that Hildegard is Falrith?
Or just under his control.
We're preparing for what happens if he is, or if he's at least nearby.
I think we should be disguised at all times, because anybody could be Falrith. Is that the question?
Kind of.
Right, well, I'm kind of in disguise with my shawl covering my hair.
Yeah, I think the more we can do to disguise ourselves, the better off we'll be, because Falrith, surprise is important here.
I'm not disguised very well, but I do have some disguise.
I mean, does Lily have any kind of makeup? Like, is this maybe Lily? Does Finistal have any makeup? I mean, it's not like I couldn't, give myself a birthmark or a beauty mark or a mole or something.
I mean, if you wanted to say you purchased something during the day,
freckles.
That's fine. If you wanted to say you purchased something during the day to aid in your disguise, that's fine.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll purchase some kind of
Disguise cream.
some pigment pencil things so I can make myself have some freckles.
Monkey suit.
I don't know.
All right, and I guess, is there somewhere where I can hide where I'm just like truly not visible, but we've got our sending stones, so.
In the restaurant?
In or about, yeah.
Do we all separate
I don't think we should be far from each
in the
other.
restaurant?
There's a rather large bar, so a couple of you could be at the bar.
Yeah, we should be within close distance though to protect each
A
other.
couple of you could be at a table nearby, and that's all of you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I just how big is the restaurant? Is it
It's large. This is
And it's crowded too.
It's
Okay.
large and it's crowded.
Okay, cool. So I'll just go somewhere off
Okay.
Okay. I'm going
at the bar, let's say.
All right.
Oh, you're at the bar too? Okay. Also,
Paelias, would you like to take a table with me?
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
All right. All right, so we've got Lily at the table she was at, her back to the wall. Somewhere within line of sight, somewhere Finistel and Paelias, and then at the bar, Twizzard and Finric.
Team
And
bar.
you told the host that if someone's looking for an SC, to point them in your direction.
That is correct.
Slip
And I
them
gave
some
5
copper.
copper. I
Alright.
don't even know if that's like an insult or not.
Give me a insight check when you hand it over.
An insult check.
7. Man, I'm rolling terrible.
It's hard to tell. It's hard. The host is a professional. It's hard to tell. Sorry, what were we gonna say, Finric?
Me?
I don't know. I thought you were about to say something.
It's possible. I'm good.
All right. All right. So you guys are staked out somewhere between before 5:30, presumably, just hanging out. It gets to be around 5:40, 5:42 or so. What do we got in passive perception behind here?
We've been stood up.
Yeah, Finric and Paelias, you both notice a smaller woman, maybe in her 20s, kind of hard to tell, sort of timidly talking to the host. And he points over toward Lily's table. And the person starts making their way over.
I ready my dagger at them.
Oh, shit. Wow.
I mean, I'm sitting at the table with my dagger all like
Yeah.
flannel around.
Yeah.
Nah. Daggers are away. The daggers are away. She comes up and she's like, SC?
Yes, my name is Sally. Are you H?
No, I don't think so. I'm friends with Suave.
Oh, you're friends with Suave.
Yeah, he gave me your note to give to Hildegard, and I put it under her door. But the next day, when I was checking her trash to throw out and change her chamber pot, I found the note in the trash.
Oh.
So I thought maybe I should come, but I didn't want to interrupt. Do you want me to leave?
No, that's okay. Can you give us any, or can you give me any? Well, what I meant by us, me and Suave.
Oh,
Suave's not here right now, but
No.
I did send Suave on this mission.
yes.
Can you give me any insight as to Hildegard's current, attitude, how she's behaving with respects to her parents missing?
I haven't heard her talk about her parents, other than when she first arrived. But I have heard raised voices in the room where they're meeting on the first floor, and I don't think things are going very well. But it's not my place to judge or to think about it really. I'm sure things will be fine. But no, I haven't heard her talk much about her parents at all.
Not even rumors or scuttlebutt about what might have happened to them?
Oh, from other people, yes, but not from her.
Oh, well, what are some of the other people saying about her parents?
Some think that they're being held for ransom, and that the Queen of Stutlofen is gonna declare war or risk something. And some others are saying that they turned into dragons, and that they've always been dragons, and that Hildegard might be a dragon. And then some others are saying that they're actually here in the castle already, and they're just training Hildegard to see if she can handle herself on her own, because they're both getting older and she's young. Some others are saying that Hildegard can't cut it, and that her younger sister should be in charge, but that the parents died and no one's telling anyone, but Hildegard really knows that they died. She sort of like rambles on for a little longer, and then
Wow, those are a lot of variations.
I sending stone Twizzard and ask him. He's right next to me.
no, I guess technically you guys should be at different parts of the bar, but sure.
And ask him to look at his compass.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
I look at the compass.
The compass still points in the direction of the castle. It does not
All right.
point at this young woman.
I relay that info.
Cool.
Is there anyone in the castle that has been a little bit of an instigator, maybe suggesting some of the, I guess, war theories, like almost a warmonger? Someone who seems to be seeking out power but doesn't necessarily deserve it or hasn't come into their own?
Oh man, that's a big question. I don't really know. I know that for some of the meetings it's been closed doors and the husbands have not been very happy about that. But I don't know. I don't know why, or I don't know really what's exactly other than the raised voices. I have heard. I know that Queen Elizabeth really wants to wait until the King and Queen are found to decide some things, and they don't think Hildegard's. And Hildegard didn't take that very nicely. And I know that Queen Quen, she thinks that some of the treaties need to be renegotiated, and she's trying to push that through. But the others don't seem very happy about that. And I know that Queen Laura kind of wants to attack the coastal kingdoms, but I know the others don't want her to. It's kind of a big mess.
I can only imagine.
It's amazing.
So, I mean, my concern happens to be with the missing royalty and what happened with them.
Sure.
And of course, I want to help Hildegard if she is indeed troubled by her parents' disappearance. And of course, nobody wants war. So, do you think there might be a way that we could possibly get either a letter of introduction or maybe somehow get into the castle either as helpers? Just something so that maybe we can find out some more truths?
Oh, I mean, the guards check things pretty well. They're, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, great. Another persuasion. Oh, this one's better. 19.
Nice.
19. Are you saying, like, you're looking for a way to sneak into the castle?
Well, if we can't do it legitly, yes.
We are supposed to get a lot of food delivered on the Gaul, the morning of the Gaul, for preparations of the meals for the ball the next day.
Okay.
Maybe you could sneak in with that shipment, or I know a lot of the nobles and the merchants are going to be going to the ball, so there'll be a lot more people in the castle, not just the royals in their meetings.
Is there a way that we could get some kind of counterfeit invitation?
I saved an invitation from last year's ball as a souvenir.
So, have you seen if it's similar to this current year's that we might be able to copy it?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of this current year's, but I doubt it's that different.
Well, it might be worth the shot if we can get in with the food.
I could try to get it to Swabby, and he could give it to you guys.
Yeah, Swabby would be the best way of contacting me, and then Swabby and I will see what we can do about gaining entrance to the castle. And I'm not sure if Swabby's going to be up for this, but if he is, great. If not, then I might need to seek the assistance of someone else because I don't think I could do it alone.
Well, I'll get him the invitation from last year, but I really need to get back now.
I'm gonna I message Paelias, send me some Paelias. Do you have eyes on the person that Agnes is speaking? Lily is speaking to?
Is Lily the table with the dagger and the other sword?
Yes.
And then, I'm the table with the hammer. I'm the guy with the hammer.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's other tables and other people, but yeah, you would have line of sight, I think.
Yeah, I've got eyes on.
You got a good look at her?
Uh-huh. I can see her. She's still okay.
Okay, just if there was any reason to become her at some point.
Okay, I'm hat ready.
Gotcha.
All right. So then Lily is. So did she say what her name was?
She did not.
Oh. Well, is there any name that I should call you?
My name's Paige.
Paige. Very nice to meet you, Paige. I am Sally Copperhead.
Oh.
And then I show her a little bit of my.
Oh, very nice.
And I tell her, so are you one of the maids in waiting for Hildegard?
Oh, no, I work in the kitchen usually.
Oh, okay. So if we were to come in with the food, we would maybe see you there?
I think we could perhaps arrange something.
Okay. All right. All right. So if you can, I guess, do your thing and contact Savvy Suave.
Ooh, Savvy's a good one, too. Maybe you'll meet Savvy in some other place.
We're going to try to make this happen because I want to find the missing royalty.
That seems like a good reason. I mean, they're
And
not
of
in the
course,
castle. But
prevent war and maybe have a little fun at the party.
balls are always very fun.
All right. Would you like something to eat while you're here?
Sure.
All right.
What did you order? Something.
I probably ordered some kind of appetizer that I've just been nomming on until she arrived.
All right, yeah. She grabbed some of that and then sort of scuttled out of there.
Dwarven fish fingers.
Dwarf fish.
Amazing. All right. And I think with that information, let's break for tonight, and you guys can come up with the plan next time.
Ooh.
All
So
right,
we got
Njars.
a couple of possibilities.
Better plans.
I mean, there's still fly in the middle of the night. There's a lot of...
Well, what is today?
So today is DeSaul.
And then De Gaulle is in 2 days?
No, De Gaulle's tomorrow.
De Gaulle's tomorrow,
So
and then
so
De Gaulle...
it was the first week of Caver. So it started on Dalk. I think you guys got there. I want to say you got there on DePaul. And it's now DeSaul. So the in theory, all the politics should have been worked out by the final day, which is when they have the ball. But it certainly doesn't sound like things are going that great. So I don't know.
Are they going to have the ball on the same day, even if the politics aren't worked out?
I don't know. It's a good question.
All right. Well,
And we talked about the husbands, right? So does Hildegard have like a husband with her? Or we don't know that?
I don't think you've asked anyone about that. So when you were sneaking around, Mr. Twizzard, you definitely stumbled upon two of the husbands being irate that they were barred from the negotiations that day.
because it's all about the queens.
It's all about the queens, exactly. It's matriarchal. And there wasn't a husband in that center room, the gold and green room. I don't know.
Exactly.
All right, so we won't see Paelias next week, but we'll see him the week after, and we'll see Dromm and Agnes and Vinny next week. All right, folks. Thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on BND Live.